Good morning, traders. This is your host, Ryan. We are here for another episode of live trading. I got Cleo over here grooming himself. I got Zunaid in the back ready to absolutely rip it and stack bills. Hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday. Live trading starts now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, we are back for another episode of live trading. Zunaid, good morning. Happy Thursday. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Happy Thursday. I'm not looking at the camera, but it seems like I am, and that thing is still tripping us out.
I'll be honest. What it is it's the head movements. It's like when you turn your head to the side and your eyes still, it's almost like you're spying on me or something. It is pretty crazy, but a pretty useful tool nonetheless. NVIDIA really knocking it out of the park with this one.
Yep, and for the folks at home that are wondering how you do this, you have to have an NVIDIA graphics card, and then you just YouTube like NVIDIA, I don't know, eye steering, something like that. It's just a software update within the broadcast thing. But anyway, what's up, man? Good morning to you. I know we've got some things to go over. You want me to start, or would you like to go?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start because I feel like I've been jipping you on the time, and I want to give you some more of that. With only two of us, there's really no excuse. It's completely my fault. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start off with the broader market. Then I'll go ahead and talk about the small account challenge, where I stand, and what the plan is for today. And then we'll go ahead and look for some potential setups that have arisen today. So first things first, market-wise, we actually got some information here, or we actually got some data. Continuing jobless claims were a little bit lighter than the estimate, and the initial jobless claims were also a little bit lighter than the estimate. We also got a comment here. Let's see if I can find it. There was a comment. I don't think I can find it here, but there was a comment that the data says that we might not pause. So we'll see how that actually affects the overall market here today. We were up a little bit, near flat, but slightly positive. Now we're kind of drifting lower. Sing it, Cleo. We got some stocks to find today. So market's drifting lower here. Really want to see where the market ends. If we take a look at the daily SPY chart, you can see we're still above the trend line. We're below the 500-day moving average, and we're below the top, these recent tops that the price has set. So we're trading down here today, but we've seen this market pattern here has been the first move has changed or reversed. Yesterday we sold off right out of the open, immediately bounced, and then sold off again. So it'll be really easy to, the opposite. I'm actually looking at the SQQQ. Let me actually go into the SPY and we'll take a look at that. You can see here, we were up in the pre-market, sold off at the open, right to the support line, and then bounced and almost felt a little squeezy going into the close, but we'll see where we end up here today. Looking at the downdraft that we have here, we pretty much just reclaimed the afternoon range, and we're trying to bounce off of it. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up. Let me roll through the movers here real quick, and then I'll mute and get out of your way. First one here is going to be WLGS. This is Wang and Lee Group. We do have a catalyst here. This is saying shares of Wang and Lee Group are trading higher on above average volume, but not see any company specific news. So maybe this is going to be the crazy one here today. Be very careful if you play it. I actually had to add 219 right before we went live, and I just now added 236. So here are going to be your levels. You can see every time it pushes to a new high, it comes back in and then pushes to a new high, comes back in, pushes to a new high. Want to see if we can trade that pattern until that pattern no longer exists. So WLGS definitely on watch here today. Next is going to be CWD. This popped as high as 918, coming back here towards 821, still a little bit elevated from the VWAP, but as long as we can hold this 767, I think we'll be pretty good. Caliber Co's shares are trading higher amid post-IPO volatility. So if we take a look at the daily chart here, you can see this was a recent IPO, looks like from yesterday. We'll see where this ends up going here today. ENVB, Enveric Biosciences, which we have traded plenty of times on the relative volume scanner. We were as high as 237 here today. We come back in, making a higher low, which is really good for momentum. So we'll see what the volume does here. Do have a catalyst here. And Veric Biosciences shares are trading higher after the company announced it received a notice of allowance from the U.S. PTO for a patent application involving EB373, the company's new chemical entity, psilocin prodrug. Is that mushroom related? I don't really know. We'll have to look into that. Next here, I've got ALIM, ALIM, popped as high as 347. The next high we made was 322. We're back beneath the VWAP, but we are holding the 260 support. This is all going to be volume. If we get volume, it'll be tradable. If we don't, this will probably just bleed and won't really be tradable. IFBD, I'm not really sure what to make of this. Infobird, we'll see if Cleo likes this one. But this was as high as 213, back down to 150. We're a little extended from the VWAP to the downside this time. So maybe there will be a trade back towards that VWAP. That might give us an opportunity as well. Next is going to be CRVS. I feel like we've traded this one. Volume here a little light, the pre-market, other than this one huge stick. But we'll see where this ends up going. If we take a look at the 15-minute chart, you can see this is on a huge run. So this stock is really extended over the past several weeks. So just want to be really careful about a big regression back to the mean. We can use VWAP, but again, this has quite a ways to fall if things really start to break down or if we get a negative headline. So something to keep in mind here, just understand where we've come from in case the stock doesn't keep going. Open Door Technologies, go back to the 1-minute chart. You can see we busted above the 243 line. 259 is our next spot. We stopped here at 253. Let's see if Open Door gets going here today. Pac West, bank situation is the same. These levels still holding up. Oh boy, we got all types of upset animals here. These levels still holding up, but we'll see. We did kind of find some support at the VWAP, so it'll be interesting to see if PACW gets going. BEKE, this is getting some pre-market movement, but I'm not really sure how to trade this one. Probably gonna put this one on the back burner. Let me know if you guys have a plan for this one. And then it's also worth noting watching Teva. Teva, one of the things that we've noticed here about Teva is that this will move on option contract purchases. So puts or calls. If we see any type of flow after this is up here this morning, that might give us a better indication of where this stock is going. Palantir is the last one I want to mention, second to last one I want to mention. This has really had a good couple of days. You can see if we go to the daily chart here, great looking formation on the daily, right? We came up here, set this high, came back in, got a double top here, came back, and now we've broken through that. So to me, next spot on Palantir really does look to be 1161. We'll see if that materializes. And then the last one I want to mention here today is going to be Walmart. They reported earnings today. They are up. Remember, we saw Target and TJX report earnings earlier this week. They finished up just under 2% or right about there. Walmart up 1.6% here in the pre-market. So everything looks to be in line there. Really quickly with the small account. So here's the plan for today. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. And that's the worst part about it, is that I'm just not sure. Remember, we took 2 losses in a row now on some day trades. Count is down to 558, still above the starting value, but really kind of want to be tactical. Yesterday, I think I was focusing on patience. By doing that, there were really 2 good plays that I didn't take, and I took the kind of crappy plays. So going to be looking to avoid that. The key here is that I only have 1 day trade left. So if I can't share this window. I only have 1 day trade left until Tuesday. So this is today, Friday, Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I get 1 back. So over the next 3 sessions, I only have 1 day trade. Might be time to be a little bit more selective, but we'll see. Of course, I will update you if I take any trades, either for a day trade or a swing trade. We're not on the show. I will, of course, do it via Twitter. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. Zunaid, I'm going to see what Cleo needs here real quick, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, once you come back, I got to make a phone call. But here, let's go ahead and check out SQ Square. Let's go ahead and head to the daily, as this was interesting to me yesterday. Oh, nice, because I charted this on my laptop, but I guess it syncs on my PC. Lovely. But there you go. That's the daily. Nice little trend line, right? So I'm going to go ahead and kind of set an alert right there saying, hey, once we go close behind that, yeah, we're good, whatever. Just to kind of let us know that, hey, we are now trying to cross above it, and then I'll pay attention and see if we actually do. And then, by the way, if you do want to look at support, I think that's $55. That is $55. So that's another area of support on Square, is the 55. But let's go ahead and go through the SPY. You can see we've kind of been in this nice tight little range. We were in I think it was almost a double inside day. We had this one kind of get close to coming out, or maybe it did slightly, but nonetheless, we do pop above it. But as you can see, the 416 is what has been giving us trouble right around there. the 416 area. So we'll see if we can pop above and go on that side. Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and make this quick call. But you mind going over some stocks like NVIDIA, PayPal, and whatnot? I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem at all. I
Thanks.
got you, man. Real quickly, I definitely want to address something that Crow said here. Crow said, Ryan, I wouldn't give it a try and do it on air. There were so many opportunities after 11 a.m. Crow, you are spot on with that. Several of these stocks that I've been trading have actually had their big moves in the afternoon. And that was something that we discussed yesterday. So again, I do like using the day trades for on-stream content, but after 2 losses here, probably going to tighten that up and really wait for the best setup. The best setup might come when we're off air, unfortunately. Now, Zunaid asked me to go over a couple of stocks. Let's do that here real quick. I see you guys mentioning X4 in the chat. This one definitely, Cleo picked, this is his first pick, and I traded it poorly, and it ended up working here. If I had just held, I wouldn't have burned a day trade, and I would have profited for it. So that's definitely disappointing. But I really have no one to blame but myself for this one. X4 actually looking pretty good here. Multiple days of this trading up. We'll see if this can actually take the top off. He sees birds outside. He's trying to talk to him. No wonder. Sorry about that, folks. I say let's make Cleo the mascot. It's either Cleo or Buddy. Buddy spends less time in here when I have a bird flying around. The postman saying, Ryan, why not use the demo account so you have unlimited day trades? So it's not a demo account. I don't want to paper trade. The accounts that we're using on this show are real funded accounts. I don't want to speak for Zunaid, but I'm not a millionaire, so I'm not drowning in funds here. I don't know if Zunaid is either, but nonetheless, whatever your balance is relatively unimportant. When you put real money on the line, the trade behaves differently. And so our thought here is, sure, we could trade paper accounts and go long 10,000 shares, this, that. I don't know if that actually helps the process. So what we're doing is we're trading our real accounts, which means our size comes down to actual real levels. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I want to trade the paper account in here. If we were to do something like that, like if we were to do a paper challenge at some point in the future, we would make it very, very known. I think it would be non-transparent and dishonest if we were trading paper accounts and passing them off as real ones. So that's not something that we're going to do. If we do end up going the paper trading route again, we'll have a plan for that. We'll probably include the group since anyone can have a paper account. But again, just so you guys know, whether it's a small account or a regular account, they are real funded accounts and they are real trades. Yeah. So just keep that in mind.
All right. Sorry about that. I appreciate you holding it down. I'd make a quick call, but I am back. Let's go into, so this is where I was with the SPY, right? We've got the SPY at 416, like I was saying, that's an area to kind of keep an eye on. We've seen bumped once, went above, came right back down twice, 3 times, and 4 times right here. So clear to me that it is going to be the 416 level that we need to get across, and then we can possibly take a look at the 417.66. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and move that puppy right about there. Cool. So that's what I've got on the SPY. And of course, the 410 level, we all know, right around there, 409, excuse me, what we have on terms of support. We traded a couple of stocks yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and focus in on those. Let me go ahead and go to the 15-minute. Here we go. 173 is where I want to go ahead and see Apple above, and maybe on the retest, we can go ahead and go long on Apple, ticker AAPL. So that's where we're going to set our alerts, and you can see right above that we have $1 for us to go ahead and trigger that as well. On Amazon, not anything particularly that I personally like. We've played this one many times. It's obviously on an upward trend for this month or so, but just nothing in terms of perfect levels that I want to go ahead and try to play. If I had to, I would say maybe about 115 would be, sorry, I just got slack here. It would be an area to keep an eye on. Now on, yeah, on Meta, you've got the 244 here. You can see resistance coming down. Pre-market couldn't even quite get there. Missed it by about $1, 50 cents or so. So if you're trying to go long Meta, you've got to wait for that 244 break to the upside on that ticker there. Let's go ahead and check out PayPal. It's been kind of fun to short this. We were really interested in this break. I don't think I played this yesterday. I could be wrong, but I don't remember shorting this. And then you obviously have a nice little move right back up into things. So it's a little messy here. I'm going to remove the drawings. It's not anything that I can kind of be like, yeah, these are great levels, I want to play this type thing. Nothing here nonetheless, but also, ooh, that's right. I might need to look at getting a way to kind of trade futures and things like that, because it's been fun. I've been watching oil, and it's been interesting to kind of trade it. It kind of sticks to the levels quite well. So here's another example where we drew this yesterday. We had rejection, and as soon as we popped, we didn't get an exact retest. We missed it by 4 cents, but still a beautiful move. And that same level now is kind of held on, going up against VWAP. So I might get into some oil trading later on this month or next month. So we'll have fun with that one. I'm going to take tickers from the chat here in a second, but NVIDIA. So this one yesterday, unfortunately, I wasn't by my computer, so I missed, we were in meetings and things like that. So I missed this nice move, but the level that we had drawn was 298 and then 298.70 based on this high of 2 days ago. And then you saw it kind of pop. Didn't retest this, but once it popped this level here of 298.70, you did see a perfect retest and then a lovely move to the upside. Remember, we said if it goes ahead and cracks the 298, that 300 should be a magnet. And boy, was it a magnet and then some, as we've got a nice move to the upside here. I wanted to come into today and say, hey, it's got to defend 300, but it's $5 up. I'm not even sure if it'll come down. So the level to kind of keep in mind would be 303, because you can see it had resistance here in the after hours. And then in the pre-market, you had a little bit of support. So I would say keep an eye on 303 if you want to take a stab at it with some smaller share size. And then after that, I would say 301. And then, of course, 300. So those are the levels that I personally have. I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to play NVIDIA just because of how much higher it has already gone. But, you know, just kind of going over it for y'all. And then on the Qs, you've got the 332s. So keep an eye on that. Again, just pre-market highs that it's trying to break across there. Nothing too crazy. 170 was the level that we needed to get across on Tesla. And when we did, look at that volume bar, second highest of yesterday, just straight upside movement, continues to go on upwards. Now it's above the 175, or excuse me, it was 176 as a crack of pre-market highs if you want to go ahead and play that one. We did go ahead and chance to play SMFL yesterday, right? We played this one from, I think, the 325s to about the $4. And then we tried to play this one again, and I think we went 2 for 2. And by that, I mean 2 for 4. We made money twice, lost money twice, but obviously our gains were a little bigger than our losses. So we were profitable on this one. And once that trend line broke, it just never could get right back on it. Don't really think I like anything here on SMFW, really. Maybe if it wants to get above $4, we could have a conversation. But till then, don't really particularly care for anything on that one. Let's go ahead and check out PACW, something else that we traded around $5 here on that retest. When it came right back up, we got a chance to play this one all the way up. I think this was the one where it just randomly spiked up on me, which we were lucky enough to get a gains on. Nothing really that I like. A crack above 6 could be nice, but that's kind of really about it. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's interesting. I didn't know that would happen. But yeah, if there are any stocks that y'all want to take a look at, let me know. XELA. $8 is the first thing that comes to mind. $8 and $9. A little bit of support there at the 650. Sorry, it's like raining and ugly outside. Yeah, not anything that I'm personally in love with here. I'm not sure if there's any news, obviously, so please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. CWD. Wow, what a pop there on that one. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Benzinga Pro here for a moment. Oh, look at that. Lovely alert letting us know about Apple. We'll focus on that here in a moment. Let me go to mute the alerts on my side. Let's pull up this. All right. Looks like that's an IPO, it seems. Yeah, looks like the IPO just came out. Sorry, my... Oh, yeah, duh, right there, buddy. Cool. So this is actually an interesting one. I might want to have a little bit of fun with this. Now, the question is going to be, do I wait for VWAP or do I wait for $10? I'm not going to lie to you. I think we're going to go ahead and try some at 10 if we can get it. So I'm going to take 50 at 10. And now you're probably wondering, hey, why didn't you get filled? It's because this is a market order for when the session actually starts, which is going to be annoying if it actually doesn't get me filled there. And I'm actually going to see if I can take it some more, 50 shares at that level there. Stop loss for me will be about $8. man, I really hope this comes down and tests 10 so we can get 50 shares and then maybe we can ride it to like $12 or something like that. That could be kind of neat. This is a very risky trade. I can easily just get stopped out, clobbered, which is why I'm only taking 50 shares at a time for a total of 100. Baba. Now that one is at VWAP. Let's go ahead and go to the 15. We've got about less than a minute left, so good luck to your trades and good luck on your trading. I would say if you're looking to get into the stock, a stop loss of 90. So the closer you get it to 90, the better. It is above VWAP as well, and you do have some resistance around 91.50. But of course, the biggest support is right there, the previous close, which is going to change when the market opens here in less than a minute at 88.76. I believe there was another one, Carvana. By the way, I did go ahead. I don't want to say pull the trigger on buying a car because it still needs to come here and needs to approve the way it looks. But I did have CarMax shipped down a car. So hopefully in about...
Was it that Kia you were looking at?
It was the Kia, yes. It's the Kia K5 EX. Really hoping nothing is wrong with the vehicle once it arrives. Really hoping for that because... your boy wants his car. It's been like, what, a year since you guys have heard me talk about it. So inshallah, this is where the journey ends. By the way, Apple moving. So we talked about that 173 level. That's where we set our alert, and that's what's happening.
Good luck, folks. Here we go.
There's Apple. What was the ticker that I had put some orders out on? CWD, Becca, was it? Yes. Oh, you son of a gun. Man.
Did it go without you?
It did go without me. I should have just purchased it in the pre-market instead of waiting for a test, and I believe that should be a halt up the way that I see it moving, or the lack of movement.
Halted. CWD halted.
And it is indeed halted. Man, that's tough. Anyway, Becca, I hope you made some money. I apologize. Cannot get you some steak dinner this time. Oh, nope. I learned my lesson. You are vegetarian.
WLGS trying to pop above 222 here. WLGS, no position for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Man, what a great read, Becca. That $10 was perfect.
Yo, you want to see a great read? Type in PIII and then look at a daily chart. That was another Becca call.
Nice. Off of what, 3 or just in general? Oh, this one's...
I believe it was down there at 2. Right, Becca? There was insider buying or something on that down near 2.
Yeah, so you have... I don't know if this was a day. I'm just going off of the chart, but you have the retest here at $2. So that was nice for sure. Man,
WLGS going here, 236, your next spot.
I'm going to leave this VWAP one here, though, just in case. So frustrating. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, we shall move on in life. No worries. No harm. No foul. Let's take a look at other tickers.
WLGS rejected at 238, coming back to VWAP here. This one's kind of all over the board here, folks.
Aleem.
ALIM was from the list this morning as well. Still waiting on WLGS. If this can get back down to 203, good possible entry there.
Is there news on ALIM? Trading higher after the company announced it acquired U.S. commercial rights to YUTIQ. I do not know what that is, but Benzinga has in news. Yeah, the closer you get to this 250, the better. You can see it had pre-market support twice.
Looks like a pretty big step up in revenue by acquiring this, although I'm not sure what it is. Huh. Definitely.
Stop chirping. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Oh, no.
I just got worried.
No, he's fine.
Okay.
He's quieting down a little bit, so we should be good.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't mind at all. You know that. I just got concerned when I didn't hear anything. 214.50 on the SPY. Yeah, man. I'm not sure if I'm going to see anything that I personally like. Maybe this 93 on Baba. Excuse me, on Disney. My apologies. On Disney, if it wants to move towards the upside. What happened to PayPal? Yep, it's still right there. Give me a sec. I got to respond back to this.
WLGS at breakout spot here. We'll see if it can get over 236 and then 238. There we go. Rejected again, but it's got some momentum here.
First off, you're fine, Megan. Don't worry about it at all. What am I referring to? I apologize. I babble a lot, so I'm not quite sure what you are referring to in terms of my reference. But
I also had my screen up, Z. So you probably had the stock shared, and I had the wrong screen up. Sorry about that.
So we apologize, Megan. But if you want to clarify what you were asking about, I promise you, we'd be more than happy to speak more on it. And there it is. Nice little move up on ALIM. Touching VWAP now, trying to get over that. Let's go to the 5-minute. You can see that's where the VWAP is. Are we going to reject? Or are we going to come back down? UBA, I hear, is getting some movement. Looking to get at 20 bucks. I have no idea what this is. Pro is in it. Yeah, for me, I gotta see it above VWAP. Above VWAP and maybe above $3, give or take. You said
yeah, ALIM busting above the VWAP now on some pretty decent volume. Next spot I've got 322 would be really good on ALIM.
Maybe it was in reference to your list that Megan was referring to, because you said Alim was on the list also. So maybe it was a list that she wasn't sure what you were referring to.
So Megan, so really quick here, I can cover that. I probably don't do this enough for newer viewers. One of the things that I do to get a list of potential plays for the day is I use the movers tool here in Benzinga Pro to figure out what the gappers are in the pre-market, and then I will do some charting on them to see if we can find key levels. So what he's referencing is ALIM was on the list of, I think I gave you 6 potential gappers here that might be in play. ALIM was one of those. That's what I meant by on the list. So before the market opens, I'll go over that list every day. It changes every day, which makes it really cool. We don't know if all of those plays are going to work, but at least gives us a watch list right for the open.
Apple. Nice little move above the 173. It's making me want to get in. I am going to go ahead and get in.
Joby, good call, Jay Wild. This one we've actually traded before. This one, no stranger to history. Had a pretty big day yesterday. Actually looks like it's coming off a pretty decent base here too. So continuation here puts us probably in the 6 handle, and then maybe even the 7 handle on Joby.
Keeping an eye on CWD, which, by the way, has not unhalted. Is that all-time highs now? Which, yes, I know it just IPO'd like 2 days ago. So can I call it all-time highs? You betcha, Heine, I can. But yes, it is at all-time highs. Okay, cool. Cool.
ENVB, we talked about this. This took the top off here. ENVB. 238 busted. Are we halted? We are halted to the upside. ENVB. Tesla calls, by the way, coming in, seeing repeat calls on Tesla and NVIDIA in the unusual options tool here. So keep an eye on those stocks. Tesla trying to bounce off the lows here. Haven't checked on NVIDIA yet.
I am in Apple. I'm looking to get out for 50 cents. So not necessarily a bigger trade there, but I'm in for just 100 shares. SDA, Golden Bridge acquisition, moving to the upside. Nothing really there. ENVB. Ooh, a nice little move on ENVB. Looks like it's halted. It is. There it at. $2. Man, what another beauty here. Let me go ahead and put up my chart here so you can see. $2 held. $2 held. This was nice. Nice little move there. Great patience for whoever played this one. There's another stock that I'm in that we were just talking about. Oh, was it Alim? I think I did go ahead and purchase it. There we go. We did. A stop loss for me. I got to give it a little bit more room. So we're going to go ahead and purchase about another 200. Come on, move it down to about here. Not the greatest of entries, but we are in with 400 shares at 272. Stop loss for me is 245.
By the way, whoever asked about Upstart yesterday, that's setting that's trading over its intraday high yesterday. Strong again here today on Upstart, ticker UPST. Netflix
It's
strong
likely that
too.
it gets stopped. Yeah, Netflix is one that I definitely want to try to find an entry on. Where can I find an entry on this one? Unfortunately, I'd say maybe around 250 or so. I'm going to try Netflix. If I can get it at around 350, 13s, I'd like it. Just the whole number. That's all it is for me. I retested it on the 1 minute, but y'all know I want it at least on the 5, if not the 15.
WLGS feeling heavy here around that 236 resistance level that we identified. No position on WLGS, but looking heavy here. Yeah, I don't like Upstart either, Megan. I'm with you. That's not one that I would trade. I think there's easier plays. Becca saying check Palantir on it.
While you check Palantir, someone asked about Roku. Roku, you have support here at 5150, yesterday's low, but I love the 50. So if it comes down all the way to 50, that'd be great. And as we go to Palantir, you do have snap chat calls coming in as it's looking to break out above 950. What you got on PLTR?
Well, we're definitely getting some more strong momentum here out of the open on good volume. We tried almost to backtest this 1030 level. Now we're trading higher here. So again, if we go back to the daily chart, this is a great formation here that we're breaking through. I got the next spot here on Palantir at 1164 if it continues. Jay saying it's time it closed over 10 and held. That's what it's doing here today. 1164, my next spot.
All right. CWD opened and it tapped 13. That's the 30% gain that we missed out on. It's okay. It's okay. We will be okay. We will be fine. But CWD open and hitting 13 and coming right back down. Like, ooh, you know what the question is? The answer is that I am going to go ahead and purchase 100 shares around $10 because it's not only $10, but you've also got VWAP. So come on down, baby. Can you put options before market? No. Options are equity options are 930 to 4, and then you have the QQQ, the SPY, and maybe a couple of other ETFs that you can still play options on. I think 10 to 15 minutes after market close, give or take. By the way, it looks like it could be a halt down on CWD.
Yep, I have it halted here to the downside. CWD. ALIM, by the way, rejected at VWAP, but if it can get over that, especially on decent volume, I think 322 gives you your target. So just kind of looking at this potential trade setup, we've got VWAP at 283. You want to take it, there it is, right through the VWAP. If this volume grows here, I think ALIM might be a pretty decent trade. 322 would be the first peel spot to take profit. Looks like Crow is on ALIM too. There we go. Right. Look at that move through the VWAP on ALIM. Look at that move.
Woo! Yes. And we are close to taking our gains on ALIM here. Let me go back to my screen. Remember, we were so close to getting stopped out. We're right above VWAP. We're in the money by approximately 20 cents. We're up $75, but we're looking, you know what? I should probably, see, it's silly rabbit. This is me. This is on me. I should have known not to have it above $3. I didn't move my stop loss or I didn't move my take profit. So I'm going to go ahead and no, don't come down, mother. All right, whatever. Came down. We locked in our gains at 290s, so we're out. Matter of fact, let me double check to make sure I didn't mislead y'all. Was it 290s? It was 290s. So we purchased 200. Ooh, Meta's looking to do some action. Let's go ahead and go here. Remove all this noise. All right, all this noise is gone, and we go back to Meta. By the way, yay, nice sell for me as it's down 10 cents, which means about $40. Meta. Going above the 244 level that we talked about. We'll see if that one ends up having a retest on that or not. But the main stock that I'm focused in on is one that I cannot remember. So I will keep blabbering till I can remember it. And that was CWD. That's what it was. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. There we go. Got it that time. So the game plan for me on CWD is to purchase some shares at 1008, 100 shares. The stop loss for me is most likely going to be $9. Now, what's tricky about this, and I think, yeah, they're going to be slow about the way I do this, is that it can easily kind of like halt down, grab my shares, and then maybe bounce back up. That's what I'm hoping happens. And the reason I like it is because it's at $10 and it's also at VWAPs, right? So that's the reason I want to kind of go ahead and enjoy this trade. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, we're going to risk 100 and we're going to try to make $100. And it won't even let me modify my order because it's halted. That's okay. That's okay. So anyway, this should be fun. It should be fun. Nothing could possibly go wrong. It's not like this stock had a low of $4 yesterday or anything. You know, we're good. We're good. That's fine.
And folks, don't forget to smash up the like for Zunaid. He's out here making trades for you. I know we're short, Mitch, but we're still doing it. And don't forget, this show is sponsored by Moomoo. And besides the free and useful investment tools, Moomoo is hosting a paper trading competition where the first place prize is $1,500 cash coupons, and all participants will receive 1 month of Benzinga Pro for free. That's how we identify these plays. Get on it. Also, if you open your account, you'll receive 15 free stocks. So just click that QR code to get going. Let's get it rolling here. Small account challenge is awesome. Moomoo as a broker is awesome. Be sure to check them out. ALIM going, by the way. So ALIM kind of danced around that 290 area that Zunaid took his gains at. Now we're pushing up here to 3. Let's see. I really do think 322 is going to be the spot here where this probably stops, or maybe even knifes. Maybe we get one a little bit before that. Oh, we're getting one right now. All I had to do was talk about it, folks. That's
if
it.
My mouse continues to, if my mouse can start working, I'd be interested. All right, let's have some fun. We grabbed 200. We got 400 last time. Let's grab 200 this time. We'll give it a stop loss of about right here, right? So we'll see if we can get a stop loss of about 372 and maybe try to take some gains at this 3. Boy, I don't know if it's my mouse that's acting up or if it's the slot on my PC that's a little loose, but that's a problem for another day. Okay. But yes, I'm in the trade here at 291. Stop loss 272, looking to take gains at about 315. We made money on this trade the first time around. Oh, thank you for putting that up. I didn't even recognize. We made gains on this one the first time, and let's see if we can do it again on the second time. And of course, we are keeping an eye on CWD. Again, game plan for CWD for me is $10. I want to go ahead and grab shares, and I'm hoping, yes, I'm taking the hopium pill this morning, that it'll bounce at least $1 before it bounces $1 down, or crushes $1 down rather. But let's go back on ALIM. By the way, I did get stopped out on Apple, as I mentioned. I got my trade around 173.10s, give or take. But as it kind of broke below the 173 level, we said no, thank you. We are out of that trade. AMD looking nice and strong, as that one is relatively strong. Let's see what other stocks are. So you've got NVIDIA. ENVB.
Yeah, busted through the 238 here, came back down to the VWAP. It looks like it's trying to push again. Looks like this is trying to go through 238. High print I have at 252. ENVB looking good here. Looks like Joyce is trading ENVB. Sound also really doing well. That was, of course, an AI play. We went as high as 292, backed off. Now it looks like we're going to attack that high again here. So definitely some small cap momentum earlier.
Got a Moomoo notification that they are in Malaysia. If you're in Malaysia, that sounds lovely.
Wonder if we could get around the PDT by doing that.
That's a US thing, so I would assume so. All right. Where is my stock? Still waiting on... hey, do you have a unhalt time? I don't have my... Actually, no, yes, I do here. Never mind.
Yeah, I've got them. What do you need?
If CWD, unhalt time. I have to go to a different screen.
Oh, it doesn't tell me what the halt time was 9:41. So if it's a 10-minute halt, we're looking at 4 more minutes.
Got it.
Just under.
Cool. And it looks like they had 1.2 million shares that came out yesterday is what I believe is accurate. Now we need to reach out to our Moomoo reps and be like, yo, we want some swag. Happy to wear them on the show, especially if they have a hoodie. I mean, come on, it's a match made in heaven.
I was going to say, if your nickname is Hoodie Trader, that's a perfect match. I'll take a hat, though. I'll take a hat.
See, I can never pull off a hat. I just
Well,
I don't know.
you spend so much money on your haircuts. Why the hell would you pull off a hat?
You're right. You're right. You're right. We did get
Got
a
that
nice
fresh
cut.
cut all the time, dude. You don't cover that up with a hat. Come on now.
I've got a panel later today, and then I've got a wedding tomorrow, and so the whole family is coming to town, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's gonna be a lot of chaos as well. And then we're traveling again. It's about to be a busy week. Seriously, Brad Pittsburgh. Who's Brad Pittsburgh? I know a Brad Pitt. Are you saying I'm the Brown version of Brad Pitt? Why, thank you. That's so kind of you.
I didn't hear Brown in that at all. What on earth are you talking about?
No. I said Brad. I didn't say Brown. Oh, I'm just saying, never mind.
It's like, by the way, ENVB did go through that high here. ENVB, this was looking good. Congrats, Joyce. I would say that if you took this as a new trade here today, at least book some of your gains. We got a nice little volume pop. We got all the triggers that we needed for a long side trade. So, and we got the movement. So at this point, I would think about at least booking partial. You can leave on a little bit if you want to, if you think this is going to run some more, but make sure you get some of those gains in your pocket. Nice little morning here today.
SPY looking to get above VWAP. Quantum, come on. You can't charge up a rocket when we're not even above the previous close. We're still red on the SPY. Quantum. See,
Fresh.
Now you might have jinxed it, and I might be going lower. What's up?
Fresh Tea Design. Hello. Good morning. Hopefully you are doing well.
You know what I would love? I would love to find a vendor that doesn't rip me off when I want to make custom t-shirts, which I get it. It's a business, whatever. I understand that side of things. I'm about allowed to be bitter, though. But it's like, there's some cool t-shirts I'd like to make. I'm all about the workout gear,
I have good ideas for t-shirts all the time, I feel like.
Yeah,
I might be the only one, though.
By the way, here is an interesting spot for NVIDIA. I might take a crack at some small size, 50 shares in on NVIDIA, just looking to scalp it for about 50 cents or $1 if I possibly can. So my stop loss is going to be about 304.93s. Looking to take gains around 307. I'm not going to lie. If I get $30 out of this one, I will go ahead and get out.
Baba giving up all of its gains from earnings and actually going red. 3%. Hey, stay focused. Good morning, man. Hope you're doing well.
Got to know a screen printer. Does that wink mean that you are one? Still waiting on CWD, by the way. Cool. Hey, on that quick NVIDIA trade, nice. We are 70 cents in the money. I'm going to go ahead and close out a trade right there. $30 in my pocket. You know what for, Becca? A t-shirt, not a screen print t-shirt thingy printer, because I'm sure that costs a lot more. But let me talk about why I took that trade. So it was coming around the 306 area, which you can see was kind of like the pre-market high where it had resistance. I was hoping that it would go ahead and act as support for a quick 50 cents to $1 bounce. That clearly did end up working out. So we are good on that one. Pack W, $6. Hello. Looking to break pre-market highs. It actually already did. And I just got filled on another order. And there is CWD at $10. Ooh-wee. What are we going to end up doing here? I'm looking to go ahead and take my gains at around $10.85. Is that going to happen, or am I going to get stopped out at $9.15? Here we go. Got my fill right at $10. We're 13 cents in the money. We were as high as 50 cents in the money, but we don't want just 50 cents. We want a whole 85 cents. Come on. Nope, that's the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. I swear if you halt down on me. Come on. It'd be really great if they just made a U-turn. But anyway.
Those halted stocks can do anything. They're a wild bunch.
Woo-wee. Should have just taken the $50 gains I had, but that's hindsight for you, though. Oh, we're right back at break even. Anyway, we'll put up a $2 so we don't have to keep staring at this volatile situation that's going to give me heartburn.
WLGS looks like it tried to bounce at 203. This bounce may continue. VWAP at 222, so some decent room there. 236 still that high. And ALIM, it does look pretty good here. I know Crow's talking about it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Here we go on ALIM. This actually looking, it's holding its strength and it's holding its volume. So maybe we actually break through this 3 handle again. If so, 322 your spot on ALIM.
Austin, are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me, pal? Looks like I just got filled on another order, which I don't even know what it is. Wait, what? Hold on. How did my stop get executed when it never even... No. Hold on. Am I still in this position? Yes, I am. That was weird. Oh, they're talking about ALIM. Sorry. I tripped out for a second. All right, I got
You're
to stop
tripping
on
me out
ALIM.
there for a second, Z. Come on now.
Well, I got real scared because this thing changed colors, I thought. Anyway, oh, look at that. We in the money. We in the money, boys. And now we're not. Oh, we in the money. Still in the money. Anyway, ALIM below VWAP. We did go ahead and get stopped out on that one. I think we lost about 30 bucks on that trade. We're looking to make 85 on ticker CWD. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm waiting for a pop above 173 again on Apple. Nice bounce from that 306 level, what we traded, 85 cents in the money. Again, obviously, I went ahead and took my gains around 70 cents or so, I believe. I'm actually now curious where
Palantir continuing its strength here this morning, by the way. That was a great call. Whoever's in Palantir, great job. This is actually the first move that I was looking for last year when I traded Palantir.
Let's see what the Qs are doing. Hanging out, waiting for a pop above 333.
CRVS holding these highs here at about 365. SOUN trying to bounce off its VWAP.
Still waiting on 333. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert right there on the Qs in case they do want to pop up. Now, what's very unfortunate is on CWD, and I was really hoping to be out of this trade by now, but what's very unfortunate is that 9, I would not be surprised if it held as support, because you can see resistance popped above. So part of me is also like, hey, do you want to give it to like 890s in terms of getting my stop out? But it is what it is. I said I'd get out here. Now I just want, can I just get 50, 60, 70 bucks, please, on this trade? That's all I want. All right, looks like we got a few more folks hopping on ALIM, and you can see a nice little upwards trend. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a crayon drawing in here. We sure can. So we've got a few folks that are in this stock. Go to the minute chart. Is it going to bounce exactly here? Wouldn't that be something?
GSIT, nice call, Jay. This is a big move here on GSIT. Actually back tested the VWAP too and went higher. So GSIT looking really strong here. If this volume expands, we can actually go higher here on GSIT.
What do you think, Ryan? Should we risk 15 cents on ALIM?
Let's take a look at it. I'll bring up your screen. Let's see.
So this is what I've got. You've got an upward trend here. Again, obviously very short term. Market's been open for approximately, 27 minutes or so. The main thing is low a day, you got to get out. There's no question on that for me. It's a matter of, can we get back above VWAP and above 3? If you get above 3, 320 would be the next area for me to keep in mind, as Apple is now crossing right back above that level that we talked about.
To me, 271 is the spot on ALIM. If it breaks down through 271, it's going lower.
Where is my... There it is. Okay. Let's see if we can go ahead.
ENVB is consolidating here higher above that 238 level. If it can get above 274, maybe we get another trade here. It's wild, though. It goes back and forth. The last candle here was just a big knife back to the VWAP, but the longer it consolidates here, the better it is. If it breaks down, then we need to wait for a setup again. Maybe 238 will provide that setup on ENVB.
You've got Apple moving to the upside. You've also got the Qs moving to the upside. Let's go to the Qs. Qs. There are the
Market
Qs.
definitely trying to regain the sell-off that we had in the pre-market. Q's trying to go higher here near the highs. Just 50 cents away from highs. And SPY really kind of just holding sideways.
Look at that. That trend line held. Now it's at VWAP. All right. Whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get in here. What the?
Well, you
This
guys
thing
trading BHC, great break out of the formation there on BHC. Next spot I have is yesterday's intraday high around 850 on BHC. Great to see you this morning. WMS, Advanced Drainage Systems, up 8 points here today. 9.5 points, up 10%. WMS, Ron. Nice hit right out of the gate here. Did we have news? Oh yeah, we had earnings this morning. Beat on the top line, beat on the bottom line. Approves 17% increase in the dividend. Yep, that's why we're trading up here on WMS. Good spot, Ron. Great to see you this morning.
I'll grab 200 shares of Apple here at 173.02. 173.02. Grab some shares, and also give me a sec. I gotta grab them. Oh man, something else just got filled too. I don't know what it was, but I'll check it out here in a second. Oh, it was my stop loss. I can see it already from the corner of my eye. CWD stopped out 902 or 904 is a halt down.
Wally, that's very nice of you, my man. We really appreciate that. And thank you for hanging out with us and suggesting tickers on a regular basis. We appreciate your participation. Hopefully it's helpful for you. Always interested in feedback too, folks. ALIM setting up here above VWAP. Might try to take the top off on ALIM.
Just so stupid.
What's wrong, Z?
Yeah, just the the CWD trade, but it's all right. We keep moving. As I mentioned, I'm in Apple, looking to take gains at approximately 173.41. Stop loss is 172.79, so it's almost a 2-to-1 trade. Hoping that this VWAP is going to hold, but looking at the Qs, as that one did reject 333, that's not good news for my trade. And it's not like Apple is, sure, you can make the case that it's relatively strong, but it's not like anything spectacular where it's like, oh my God, we can keep moving without it.
Yeah, Smoke Tuna, I agree. ALIM feeling a little heavy here. Volume drying up. That can change in a hurry, though, but you're right. We're right at VWAP here. Volume not as high as it was earlier. We're really going to need that volume to pick up to break to new highs.
Yep, Apple coming down. Way to go, Apple. Looks like we got the numbers coming out. Judge in the chat. Existing home sales for April.
CNSP here popping on good volume. Looks like that's got some momentum. 160 might be a spot there on CNSP. This is some of your action here on CNSP.
Come on, Apple.
Crow says, to me, ALIM is a bear trap sucking in shorts. Crow, what do you look at to determine that? That's a question we get all the time. How do you determine if something is a trap?
It's a trap.
And look, just as we talked about, look at the volume on ALIM starting to turn around and get a nice little pop here. Price moving higher. We're at 322 next if this keeps up.
Well, that's what happens when Crow hits the ask with all his million shares, you know?
1 million shares.
1 million. All right, we need that pop above 3, though, Crow. Come on. Call your people. So the trend line obviously held it. Now we got to break resistance at 3. Dare we go ahead and draw this and see a little bit of continuation and then a squeeze to the upside. Knock it on 3.
Morning, D. Hopefully you're doing well today.
Apple's back at oh, it's actually what do I do with this one? We need Apple to be back above 173 and continue its way to the upside, but at the moment we are not in position to do so.
Alim right through 311, 313, going to that 322 that we talked about,
Sold.
folks, on Alim.
Let's go. Wait, what? There's no what, bro. I can't even close my positioning. Okay, this is just absurd. All right, we just took our gains. That was so weird. All right, we closed the trade out at 311s. I don't know what happened there, why it happened. Don't know, don't care. But we locked in
Good
the
90s
gains.
band right there, 311.
Blink 182 for life. Green Day for life. Ooh, there's a smackdown.
So great job there selling. Great
Thank
job
you.
getting your pop and selling and not holding through a big knife like that. That's great trade there.
Appreciate
there.
you. Now the question, okay, well, I was going to say the question is it going to hold this trend line or not? CWD, by the way, that one is unhalted and to the downside we go. All right, where are the next levels, right? Possibly 8, but I actually prefer this one around 6. Yes, it's a long ways down. So for me, I'm not going to trade CWD unless it can find some patterns and some trends and whatnot. It gets back above 10. That's where I'd be interested to go ahead and test CWD. But till then, we will focus on Apple. As Apple making its way right back up. We're looking to take gains at 173.41. It's almost a 2-to-1 trade in terms of risk reward. Come on, Apple.
Alim breaking down now, 275. Little bit of buyers there, but it's breaking down.
And the Qs are knocking on the footsteps of 333.06. There's a pop. There is high of day on the Qs. QQQ. As the micro
Alim might bounce here, folks. Alim might bounce here, 280 level.
Boom, 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 boom.
So, I'm going to run to the washroom real quick. I'll BRB.
Sounds good, pal. Yeah, I don't know why TradingView is showing this. I'm not in any trade here. I already took gains, which y'all saw the notifications pop up. So I'm not sure what's going on. Don't know, don't care. I'm looking at my master list. And, oh, there's Apple to the upside. Come on, giddy up, baby. Can we get another 20 cents? That's all I'm asking for. 20 cents. Can we go ahead and knock on the footsteps of 173.50? Oh, there's the pop. Oh, there's the pop. Let me actually see if I want to go with 173. No, mother. Damn it. Sorry, I was messing around with a broker and I accidentally pressed sell on Apple when I didn't mean to. But that's okay. We're still here. We're still rocking and rolling on TradingView. FFIV. Yeah, it's moving in ways that I wouldn't even know how to trade it, to be honest. AMZN, is it making new highs? Yes, it is. All right, so we know the level here is the 118 on Amazon. Yeah, it looks like the market wants higher, no question in my mind. No question in my mind. But we're going to set an alert here on Amazon in case it does want to go above 118 and hold. We are about 13 cents away from taking gains.
Let's go.
On
I'm back.
Apple. Is my chat working? Yes, Paul, your chat is working. And I just took Come on, baby.
E3 AI reclaiming VWAP here.
$0.09 away. Come on. Nice trade on Palantir. Way to go on that.
That Palantir breakout was strong. APLD, another strong day today through that 728. Actually back tested it too. This is pretty nice. We busted through on the second attempt, back tested it, and then moved higher. That's another pattern we can take advantage of.
Apologies. Give me a sec. I'm
Zunaid, it looks like you got a t-shirt guy you should work with.
Oh,
there you
dude.
go.
Well, so to be clear, it's not Benzinga. It's me. Because I'm looking for, because here's the thing. Look, here are my issues with t-shirt individuals, companies. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and put up my Apple chart here, unless you've got a trade in that one.
I don't. I'm trying to be as patient as I can.
We're 5 cents away from action in terms of 3 cents away from getting go ahead and get filled. Are we gonna come on? 2 cents
here.
2 cents, 1 cent. Bang.
There it is. Nice job,
Gains.
Zunaid.
Appreciate it. So here's the thing, XVet, which, by the way, if you're a veteran, thank you for your service. Absolutely, 100%. Here's the thing. I like t-shirts that make my biceps look nice, right? Because I go out to the gym twice a month and I feel like they should be shown. So there's one. And then what I don't like is t-shirts that decrease in quality when you put them in the washer, right? I try not to put them in the dryer because that doesn't help. So I leave them out type things. But I'm also, brown. So it means I'm cheap. So it's like, I need the trifecta. You know what I mean? But no, for real though, my Twitter handle is down below. If you do have a website or something, or your prices or something, please feel free to DM me. I am busy with travel and wedding and all that stuff this week, so I will get back to you, inshallah, in about a week or so. But anyway, Apple gains, money in the bank. Let's go. As SPY is obviously making a move up, but there's Apple looking to make a new high a day. We are approximately 6 cents away, but we already took our gains.
Is there news on Netflix? It's super strong here today. That's got to be factoring into this Q's move. I don't think I saw anything. I know we just got that new trailer. What was that? What was it called? Let me get the name. Extraction 2. That trailer looked amazing. Maybe that's why Netflix is moving here. Netflix shares are trading higher in a report suggesting the company said its ad-supported tier has nearly 5 million global active users. That's got to be the movement here today, according to Benzinga Pro. But Extraction, that looks sweet. I'm not going to lie. That actually looked pretty sweet. Netflix, this is crazy. What's the next level here for now? Oops, sorry about that. I mean, to me, Netflix 380 test probably on deck here.
Oh man, for some reason I have like a pit in my stomach and I do not know why.
Coffee? Oh, you don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee. Sorry, I'm just getting bombarded with Slack. We have a oh, that's right. Let me find something here for us. Hang on. Where is it? Bro, what am I looking for? There we go, I found it.
Just going through the list here. Alim's still holding in there, folks. This might be one of the candidates for a later day run, so keep Alim on your watch list for later. Has not broken down despite that knife off that last pump. WLGS, really, really tough. Hit that 236, broke it briefly, and has really just bled ever since then. No support at the VWAP.
By the way, are you in a trade or are you about to be in a trade?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. I do want to give folks a heads up that we do have a Benzinga Titans in regards to sports betting event coming up on May 24th. I'm going to go ahead and share my tab here. We've got some great speakers. I mean, we've got folks coming from Better, which is a Jake Paul company as well. So matter of fact, there you see co-founder right there. So we have a keynote speaker from them. We've got folks coming from BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, NASCAR, NBA. So it's going to be a lot of heavy hitters. Mojo is a very interesting company that I'll get a chance to be on a panel with. And of course, you also have Sports Radar. So it'll be fun. It'll be great. Oh, hey, nice little picture of me there. It'll be a great conference. It's going to be a lot of fun. And sports betting, I've always said this, I think we all kind of agree. It's as states go ahead and legalize it more and more, it's going to be huge. So definitely make sure you guys register for that. I'll go ahead and drop the link one more time down here below. And again, that's going to be a virtual event held on May 24th at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And now we get back to stonks. By the way, a couple of those companies are where sports betting meets stock market. So it's an interesting blend of things. But nonetheless, it should be great conversations.
I think there's a huge move coming in sports betting at some point. I've had trouble kind of timing that one, but I think there's going to be a huge move in that.
Man, I am waiting for sports betting to become legal in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, the federal legals, all 50 states allowing it is going to be a huge catalyst. I mean, I know that's obvious, but
yeah,
the market might sniff that out before it happens. So keep that in mind with some of these names that we're looking at, especially if they're trading on relative volume.
So let's go ahead and take a look at a DraftKings, right? Let me again, if you have a trade, Ryan, please feel free to interrupt me because I know we're going to get off air here in about 15 or so. But let's go ahead and take a look. Matter of fact, daily is a little too much. Let's go to the weekly. So, yes, not just hindsight, but that $10 level, baby, as, by the way, SQ, oh, that was moving to the upside. We'll take a look at SQ here in a moment. But DraftKings, moving to the upside. You kind of have support here at the $20. You can see you had resistance, but it went ahead and held that retest right there at $20.35 a few weeks ago. This is a weekly chart. So, yes, it's been fairly beaten down. And I don't like to say, oh, it was $170. It's definitely going to go back there because then you just have to look at ticker like AIG, and we're never, ever going to get back to, these levels. But going back to DKNG, though, absolutely interesting stock. I will say this. I am not a fundamental trader, so I do not know what the cash flow, the debt to income, and all that other good stuff looked like, right? But it could be interesting that if the market has another downward swing, you go ahead and take a look at tickers and stocks that you believe, hey, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, I believe this batch is set up for success. Matter of fact, wasn't there an ETF called BET or BETS? I think that was more, or was it BTEZ?
Yeah, I think it's got a Z in it.
It does have a Z in it. So,
that might be the play there.
That's what I was going to say. Take a look at, hey, what does this ETF hold? Which stocks do they hold? Is it a batch? Is it the best one for sports betting and gaming? For me, it's, definitely something you may want to consider in your long-term portfolio. But again, do your own due diligence. It's your hard-earned money. I'm just, a a random individual that you've never met in person that likes butter chicken that's from Trader Joe's because I'm lazy. So
The one thing I'll say about DraftKings, it's not cheap, right? We got revenue of about 770 million versus a market cap of 10.5 billion. So we're not talking about a cheap stock. The thing is that they spend so much money on customer acquisition, and gambling can be addictive. I mean, not to play on something that has an addictive quality on it, but I mean, even for myself, like I bet $5 on the Nuggets game the other day, a parlay, same game parlay, ended up winning $61. I'm going to be betting for the rest of the week. I got 2 bets on the PGA Championship that starts today. I'm going to bet the Laker Nuggets game again tonight in some capacity. So, I mean, it's addicting, and all you really need is one little win. I'm turning 5 into $61. Even if I lost everything, it's not going to hurt me, but it's fun, and it gives me multiple bets. And it just, I don't know. I want to participate. It makes sports watching fun. So I think once they get over this initial hump here, DraftKings might be a good play. Really like Penn too, by the way. And let me address a couple of things here from the chat. First of all, Wally's asking, Ryan, how far do you think Tesla can run up today? Let's take a look at that, Wally. It's a good question. First of all, Tesla is being featured on, or was just getting talked about on CNBC. We had a big green candle here. I think it was on the 5-minute. Yeah, big green candle here on the 5-minute, decent volume. For me, I would say look at the daily chart. For me, the top that you're going to get today, probably 179, and it's going to need some mo to get there. I also wouldn't be surprised if it found resistance at the top of the body of this candle here. Let's call it 176-ish. So 176 and 179, Wally, would be the 2 levels that I'm looking at. There was another, you guys are talking about ENVB, multiple people here trading ENVB. I absolutely love it. We talked about this one. Joyce saying ENVB going higher, booking gains. Thanks for the tip, Ryan. You got it. It is still going higher here. If you booked some of it, you can probably let the rest of this run, even set a trailing stop so it kind of ticks up as the price ticks up here. Really good formation, good volume. This one also might get another pop here in the afternoon, especially depending on where it is. Looks like a lot of people in the chat hit ENVB. That was awesome. That was from the list this morning. Joyce saying ENVB through 3, closed out my position. There you go. Book those gains.
Speaking of gambling, the degenerate in me wants to go and get back into CWD with a stop loss at 750s for a test of VWAP if we do get that.
Crow calling CWD. Let's take a look. CWD might be, Crow, this is interesting. This might be a curl. Curl back to the VWAP here. VWAP at 960, current price at 827. You want to play that. Pretty good risk reward. 768, maybe call it 775 would be the stop there.
Penn is another one. Yeah, Penn's another good one. You've got, the Barstool. You just again have to do your own due diligence. I'm not a fundamental trader. I just know what a K9 is. I don't know what a 10K is and how to read one properly. All right.
The dog one's an SEC filing, but I digress. I'll say this. I use FanDuel just because of my familiarity with it. I used FanDuel for a lot of the fantasy betting that I used to do for a number of years. Yeah. So I just converted to the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hear a lot of good things about Penn. Obviously, DraftKings is super popular. I think I don't know which one is going to win. Maybe they all 3 do. I don't know. I like Penn with the physical casinos as well.
Beautiful breakout on the SPY as that's making not just new high a day, but also breaking through the pre-market highs at 416.50, currently 25 cents above. There's a blast off, and there's Apple knocking on the doors of 174, which you can see has been resistance in the past. This little area here, we did go ahead and take gains on Apple. ALIM later in the day. Not sure if this is a date that I want to go on. But if you want to try and play it for a bounce, I would say $2 or $2.06, a previous close $2 preferably. Maybe you can get 10, 20 cents as a scalp out of it. But to me, it's gone. It's done with. And let's go ahead and talk about CWD. And this is why I was saying, if you want to try to go ahead and grab some shares here, maybe a stop loss underneath, but it's a risky trade. It's a, hey, I'm so bored. I just want to see what can happen when I press this button type of trade. Would not recommend it. Matter of fact, nothing I say is a recommendation.
Zunaid, Wally was asking about Apple. I know you've been actually trading Apple today. Can you tell him how high you think it might go based on the chart?
Sure. Let's see. So this is the 4-hour chart that we have here, right? You can see I've got alerts set at 173.98 because we've had resistance once, twice, 3 times. And then when we did poke above by 34 cents, we got smacked right back down. So to be honest, in my the reason I went ahead and again I trade on a couple of different platforms here. The reason I went ahead and took gains is because I was a little afraid of this 173.98, and because I also have meetings set up and I want to worry about my trades while I'm in those. But I think 174 is going to be resistance, and after that, I think 175 just because of the whole number. But if we continue looking left, here's another area 175.34. So I think 174 needs to be cleared, and then you can take a look at 175, and then on higher and upwards we go. Let's see, how far are we from all-time highs? You know, we've talked about the market, this, that, the other. We are approximately about 5% away from all-time highs on Apple. So that's kind of fascinating to me. But to answer your question, which I hope I have, 174 area resistance is what I am expecting. Someone wanted me to ask a question. Oh, RLX. Smoked tuna. RLX. Not a type of ticker that I typically like to play, that's for sure, based on just the candles I'm seeing. I ain't gonna lie to you, I wouldn't know how to trade this one. Maybe 220. You've got support, 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 support. Didn't quite test it, but $3 is clearly resistance. I'll be honest, I apologize. I'm not sure how I'd play this one. Maybe above 250 and you can risk 25 cents and see if we can get a $3 move, but I'm not sure if that would even happen to the upside. Carmen, have you tried? Go ahead. It's all you.
I was going to say ENVB might be starting a curl move here to attack that high at 316 on ENVB. So if you're looking for another scalp here, we might have an opportunity here, ENVB.
We are working on, someone's mentioning prop firms. We are working on a show with a potential prop firm. So that'll be a lot of fun. Things going on behind the scenes. And as always, I think Mitch, I don't know where the feedback form is. I know Mitch dropped it a while back, but as always, we'd love to get your feedback. If you want to DM Ryan, email me, email Mitch. We'd love to know.
You can also email shows@benzinga.com.
That as well.
That'll go to the whole team.
But only send good things there. But yeah, definitely let us know on how we can improve, because we do this for you, and we do this to make sure that you are not only entertained, but also learning about the processes of trading. Netflix, by the way, I wanted to grab Netflix at 350, as you can see right there. Maybe put my charts up. I just deleted the order, but it never came back and tested 350 on the 5 or the 10 or none of that.
All right, folks, just a reminder here, this is completely free, so please smash up those likes for me and my man Zunaid here, as well as our sponsor Moomoo, because as mentioned, besides the free and useful investment tools, Moomoo's hosting a paper trading challenge where you can win $1,500. You can also get 15 free stocks just for opening an account and funding it. If you're interested, click on that QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below. Great broker sponsoring our show. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Where is... Oh, that's what I'm looking at.
Palantir, just an unreal move here today.
Wow.
At this point, disappointed I didn't trade this yesterday. Huge move here.
I would have loved a retest of $10, but obviously we didn't get that. Yesterday we sure got a crack of 10 and then it held, but I know we talk about hold numbers so much, but if for the folks that might be joining us for the first time or still new, we love hold numbers here. And here's another example. You saw me trade CWD off of 10. We were in the money by 50 cents, but not the 85 cents that I wanted. So I took an L on that. But here's another example of a hold number. Knock, right? PLTR just yesterday. And as soon as it went ahead and popped, you saw everybody in. You kind of got a retest here, right there, $10, retest. And look at the volume candle. Just everyone. It was the highest, second highest of the day until the last moment in the last 15 minutes of the trading session, but just a beautiful pop. And then, I mean, just a nice move to the upside. And now you're up about $1.20. But even if you were looking at just day trader, you got yourself a nice, easy 20 cents for your stop loss. At least my stop loss would have been probably right here, 983, because that's where you had a lot of consolidation and the buyers continued to step in before they took it over 10. But pay attention, $10, 15, 20, 50, 100, 200, 150, whatever the case may be. Pay attention to that. CWD, yeah, I know it's coming all down. $6, Becca. But it's one of those things where, like, once it hits 6, what's it going to do? Because then it's like, hey, maybe I should also buy it at 5. The reason I like 6 is because it's the previous close, and also because you had pre-market support come in right there. But it's one of those things where I'll watch it so that I can tell myself, ha, called it. But I don't think it's a trade that I'm going to go ahead and put my money in.
Really quick, one thing to keep in mind here about Palantir, the move that it's having today, really, really impressive. Jay Rice saying, thinks it goes to 13 on this move. There's your target. Here's the thing about Palantir. This stock has a float of 1.84 billion shares. So it trades really, really thick. A move like we're seeing today, a 10% move, and this is huge. This is absolutely huge. So just keep that in mind when you're actually trading this. As far as the levels here, the next level I had is 1164. We might hit that today. Jay giving you a 13. Let's see, what did you say? Goes to 13 on this move. 13 puts us right in here. This was a area of consolidation in April of last year. And then 13 actually acted as resistance and support, frankly, and it broke down here. So I can see that, Jay. I like that 13 call. Just understand how thick this stock trades.
Boy. All right, one trade that I'm going to go ahead and put on here in a second. Yeah, give me a second. Let me put it on, and then I can tell you all about it. All right, I am going to look to trade Amazon, and I'm going to look to trade Amazon around here. Around 118. So my stop loss here. Well, let me just do this a better way. Oh my God. Technology sometimes. You know what's crazy is I complain about technology so much, but it's like we live in 2023, the most advanced age of technology. Can't imagine what life would have been like for me otherwise, but there we go.
I remember back in the AOL days with the dial-up modem and the stupid sound it made. I mean, I generally, technology is great when it works, not so great when it doesn't.
I feel like we have to play the AOL thing now.
I don't have it handy. I don't need to hear it ever again, frankly.
You know what? You know, I got you. It's already up and ready to go. You just say the word, and that's how we can close out the show, is listening to AOL dial-up for the 20-year-olds that never experienced the tragic events of someone pulling the plug or calling you.
Oh, God, that was the worst.
That's what I'm saying, right? Tragic.
You're downloading an MP3. You're almost done. Someone picks up the phone.
Ryan, whenever you're ready to end the show, this is how we're ending it. Hey, hey, Crow, leave me alone with my air fryer, all right? I figured it out.
Man's struggling with an air fryer. Pfizer new lows.
That's exactly how we're going to end this show. I'm excited.
Will Zook was asking, is anyone watching AI? Yes, we are. We watch AI every day. The level that I'm looking at here is the $30 level. We break above this. I think maybe this goes on a run. We've had 3 attempts at it so far. It looks like it's going for attempt number 4. No position, but yeah, I watch AI every day.
And also, you've got the pre-market highs of 28, which it is cracking to the upside. Ryan, you got any final trades or thoughts you want to talk about before we go?
Yeah, just watch a couple of stocks here. ENVB still strong. Palantir still strong. We talked about those. Those will be something to watch. But also, ALIM's breaking down. If this can bounce and get a volume pop, ALIM might come back. No position, though. Just something to kind of keep on on watch, and then watch some of these other AI names. Sound right at 292 resistance here. Maybe this pops above. AI strong today. Maybe some other AI names are going to be strong. And then the other thing is I want to see the gains that we have in the market right now. Can we hold them? Does this reverse it all? And then, of course, where do we close in reference to today's open? So that's what I'm looking at. I'll keep watching some options. Light day here for me, trying to make the most of my day trades. No new trades in the small account challenge today. If I do, in fact, take one after the show here today, I will post it on Twitter. So be sure to follow me at Faloona on Twitter. We'll go ahead and post any activity in the small account challenge. Otherwise, we'll be back at this again tomorrow, Zunaid. Friday trading for us. Should be fun.
It sure should be. I will be on with you as well. SPY trading range, Ryan. Sure. I'll take a look at this and then I will give you a warning because I am going to play the AOL thing. I was not kidding. We're going to have fun with this one. So these are the levels that we have, right? You have the pre-market high, which we've broken above. So if you're looking to go long, if I was looking to go long, that's an area where I would look to go ahead and get in and maybe give it about 25, 30 cents of a stop loss. I do see some resistance coming in at 417.66 as that was the high that we hit on May 1st, the beginning of the month at approximately 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, aka market time. So those are the levels that I have on the SPY. Pre-market high, possibly support. Do we reject from there? And there's Apple crossing the 104, another area that we had marked off on Apple because of the highs that it made right here. So the next one is going to be about 174.34, give or take. So let's see. Let's see how it behaves. Now I'm kind of waiting to, I'm not going to do that. But anyone that has us on speakers, I will go ahead and warn you for about 10 seconds. Turn us down. Maybe you won't like what you're about to hear. Maybe you will. But Ryan, it's time. Are you ready?
I mean, I'm as ready as I'm going to be, bro.
Can you hear it?
Sadly, yes.
Oh, man. I think here's the thing. I remember as a child waiting to see these two icons, right? It's just like, it's like, oh my God, please, please. And this would be the happiest thing. You've got everybody connected. Now you can hop on AIM and you've got mail and everything. How did I get that? Good old internet. I literally just typed in AOL tune and that is what popped up. But anyway, it's been a pleasure to hang out with y'all. This was fun. What a great way to close out the show. And there is a SPY having a little bit of trouble getting over that 417.
No words, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's the best way to end the show. Appreciate you for all for hanging out. We will